Please describe your job title and primary duties.
I was a lead technician for Mosaic Advanced Technologies, which subcontracted for DIRECTV. My duties were primarily to go to customers' homes and do installations, talk over with the customer pertaining to where, obviously the satellite dish was going to be located, the wiring schematics, things like that, where they would like to have the receivers within each individual room, help them set up the remote control for both, excuse me, to activate both TV and the receiver. And then kind of give the customer about a minute, 2-minute rundown of the remote control itself, kind of like a customer service rep, just right in there,
What was the work environment like?
It was fun. It really was challenging because you had to think outside the box sometimes, because even if you have the same house next door to each other, internally they're different. Or the customer just wants it on a different room than what the other person did, So sometimes wiring could be a little bit tricky.
How would you describe the application and interview process?
The application process is pretty much all online. You submit an online, not necessarily a resume, which you could, but they ask a few questions that you fill out. What's your technical experience, mechanical experience, things like that. And then they email you back saying, okay, we would like to do a person-to-person interview with you. Then you would go to most likely the office. The time that I was actually employed, I had an in, so I didn't really have to go through it. However, they have a special room at the office for conducting interviews. I believe it's a three-process interview. The online being one, the in-person being the second one. Then they do a background check on you for license and credit checks. And as I said before, everything is your training is in-house. So if you do get hired, you start a 2-week training period right then, or when the next, hiring availability comes in, because they like to try to take about 20 people at the same time instead of just 1 or 2.
What other advice would you give to a job seeker looking to gain employment?
Be sure you're up on your technical skills. Be ready to do some hard work. You do have to get into some attics. Every once in a while, being in Florida, it does get hot in an attic. Be careful because accidents can happen. I've known a few people who have had some. You will use a lot of tools, drills, wire cutters, things like that, where the likelihood of an accident is more so if you're not familiar with those particular types of tools. Knowledge of the systems itself, you don't really need. They will teach you all that. That's part of the in-house training. Other than that, just have a good attitude, because you're dealing with a lot of people, and the better customer service part of that you have, the better that particular customer is going to say, hey, I want that guy back. Or he's going to sit there and say, I had DIRECTV. Why don't you guys get DIRECTV too? This guy was great, stuff like that. Customer service really counts with DIRECTV. That's one of the reasons why they're pretty much one of the top, as far as television network or carriers are. But yeah, customer service is a big thing. But knowing the technical aspects and things, or having a little bit of technology background, doesn't hurt.